Today, I will be discussing about the time where I got rug burn to the point where I still have that rug burn. No, I'm just trying to do something clickbaity. I'm going to break down what happened during the time that I shot All Night. So let's get started. To me, that this is like one of my favorite videos that I've ever made because I actually was able to trash my hotel room. Not in the way of like, trashing it, but like I kind of like lived like a rock star. I wanted the video to be very hypnotic. You're kind of put in a trance, but also just like also having fun. Like you're in the hotel room with me. Like I wanted it to be very up close. Like we're in the hotel room messing around, we're having fun. Not particularly like, something sexual, but it's more like partying, having fun, watching some TV, jumping on the bed and eating a bunch of food, pigging out, doing makeup in the mirror with each other, something just like really fun. It's kind of like a sleepover. I wanted to create a kind of sleepover song. Me and my partner were like, let's do it. Let's trash it up. I didn't shoot this video until like maybe before I had to leave because we did like actually shoot it and film it in our hotel room. And it was really freaking fun because when I did that, I also walked a lot. I know I said in the previous video that it takes like an hour to go places in Vegas if you don't have a car, and that's completely true. But I got my phone out and I started recording. When I was walking, I was recording. When I was driving in the car on the last couple nights that I was there, just try to like capture the energy of what Vegas is. And I feel like I definitely did that. I wanted to make something very in a trance and you're hypnotized and you're having fun and you're like going with the flow and it feels good. And I think one of my favorite parts was laying on the ground, and this is where the rug burn comes in. So I'm moving on the ground and I'm moving all over the place and I'm like, and there was this one part where, there is a moment where I'm not wearing underwear. Yes, I'm not wearing underwear in the entire video because I was in my hotel room. There was a shot that is kept in the video that is literally my butt crack, and that's totally cool. I think that's fun. I think that's very raunchy. I think it's classy. I wanted to have fun, and I kind of showed that. Like, I wanted to be a very boss bitch kind of energy. I was like, let's do it at the window. Let's do it at the mirror. Let's be on the floor. Let's be on the bed. And definitely for the bed shots, I was inspired by Britney Spears' My Prerogative. Like, I wanted to make a very sick club song, and I wanted to roll around the bed, and I wanted to act sexy, and I did exactly that. I felt empowered. One of the best experiences I've ever felt because I'm not that comfortable in my skin. I haven't been comfortable in my skin for like years, and that's due to like certain reasons. I feel like with that video, with Desire, I feel like with these videos in general, I just feel much more comfortable in my skin than I felt in the last, like, maybe a couple of years. I would say in the last 5 years, because it's just empowering. Like, I'm like, I did this. I wrote these songs. I planned these songs. These songs came out of me. Like, I'm very proud. And I feel like with Sex Symbol and Inferno, I didn't have that weight, that emotional weight that I wanted to bring to my music. Like, I feel like Sex Symbol was me definitely warming up and everything, and Inferno was my start, my official start. But Inferno is very industry oriented. I wanted to make an album that kind of shows the best of me, the experimental side and the pop side, the R&B side, everything. And then Sex Symbol kind of took it up a notch. I did write those songs, but like they didn't necessarily feel like me, and I'm not deeming that at all. Like, I wrote those songs, and that was like I wrote them in between 5 years. So like my life changes, my personality changes, my persona changes. And I feel like with Wasteland, I'm finally at a place where I'm like, I'm not catching up. I'm here because I feel like I've been catching up, and I feel like now with the way that I'm writing and the way that I'm working, it just feels better that way. All Night was very inspired by Hilary Duff's Wake Up, London, Paris, maybe Tokyo kind of moment. I wanted to do something very like all around the world. We can go all night. Wherever we go, we're gonna be the life of the party, So that's what I wanted to make with All Night. I definitely will say that this song was definitely harder for me to deal with since the beat is more minimal than my other songs. It was harder for me to keep it interesting, and that's why I kind of just wrote verses upon verses. Like, there's no real chorus. There's a drop and a verse. There's a verse and a drop, and that verse is usually going to be repeated. I think I'm really proud of how that came out because I never knew that I could make that, and I did. And it doesn't sound boring. Very hypnotizing. That kind of chills you down from Desire and then raises you back up, ready for the next one, for the next track, which is really cool. all these songs are very complementary towards each other. So like they're connected in one way. They're not like separate entities. That's why I was like, I have to drop it all at once, because like it works better as a project. The songs work, like they just fit together. I wanted to say how much gratitude I have for everybody and for the project and for everyone who's worked on the project. I really do. I'm just really, really grateful. I really am. Because without these people that worked on this project would not be existing. So, a little mistake on my part, but I forgot. I didn't break down the outfits. So, very quickly, I'm going to break it down for you guys. I am sporting a long sleeve mesh top that's kind of tattooed or represents a tattoo. I wanted to do something that was biker themed, but I also was very inspired by Britney Spears' ABC per Toxic performance for her In the Zone special that she had. I wish I had like something like the red corset she also wears, but unfortunately I thought it was too much for me. So I just did the mesh top. And then I also wore camo pants. I think also I was wearing a belt, the silver gem belt that I wear occasionally that I love, because I love what it looks like. It looks great, but it is falling apart. So I kind of hate that. But I am going to leave you with that before I start rambling on a little bit more. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. We're going to discuss Insatiable. So I'll see you then. Bye.